What do we got first?
First up, we have the best debate moment.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And here we had nominations of PP Little versus The Initiative.
Do we want to look at some of that while we're, as we're going, or what?
If we have a little bit of,
yeah, we got a little PP.
I never heard of
a little PP. You have a little PP.
PP Little is scary, man. I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Yeah. The guy makes some really strong points. That's why I just kind of
So I'll just
I will never cover him. He is devastating.
Well, poor Ed can't even be in the same place as him. Otherwise, he'll just run away crying. You'll never see him together.
True.
Like he's that afraid.
Yeah, PP Little really kind of undersells the vibe that he gives off.
He's a subtle guy. He's a subtle guy.
Yeah,
a little guy. He's a little guy.
Is his name really PP Little?
I mean,
that's legal name. Yes.
Okay.
So
that's the name was going. Okay.
I love
that. We'll get it later.
I asked him what he stood for, and he just looked at me and said, "So,
fuck."
I hope it's not from personal experience, but still,
the wrong thing, man. But I love the fact that Ann is not familiar with our lore, so that maybe there's some good surprises in store here.
Yeah, I'm ready. I listen. I came without rehearsing anything. Just purely from watching.
You haven't read your lines?
No,
what the hell?
I was too busy cooking for Thanksgiving because I decided to host.
I did that too.
Also, I did it while watching things killing.
So we made the mistake of we were pretty we're pretty careful about what debates we would do and stuff like that. This guy seemed like a nothing. He's just like, I'm gonna want to debate all of you at once, and we're like, okay, what kind of idiot would want to debate all of us at once? But look, man, I think we all regret it. So here's a little bit from that.
Little.com. Hi, I'm PP Little, the anti-woke warrior, and today I'm debating Dane of Actual Fandom.
Hey, PP, big fan.
I bet you are. And joining him today is Turf Nation.
Hey guys.
And fine.
Sorry, I have to go.
Look, that may have been why we lost because Turf. What was it? Your dog got killed or something that day?
Yeah.
I thought your cat had puppies. Wait a minute.
He is the best debater by far between us.
Yeah.
I'm the most well articulated of the bunch.
Do you ever wonder if maybe PP Little poisoned your dog in order to make sure that you guys didn't have an advantage?
Oh, dude, he might have.
I'm more impressed by his Edma mode figure in the background. That takes. I know he's saying he's PP Little, but that takes a lot of
something.
You know what I'm saying to have something like that there.
Right.
You really don't give a fuck, man.
Well, let's see. We'll just get a couple of moments of once the debate starts here. Maybe you skip forward to whenever because eventually Eric Debunks does show up, and I think he starts to tip the scales, but it's just not enough.
Is DJ showing up?
Sorry, PP. DJ couldn't make it.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. And finally, we have from Organized Chaos, Bob Chaos.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Shut up, Bob.
Whoa, too far, PP.
Yeah, I'll take that from Dane and my boys and my whores, but not from you.
Oh, yeah?
He's playing mind games with us now.
What now, Bob?
Okay.
Huzzah! You have fallen for my trap. You have accepted money, making you a grifter.
Objectively?
By definition.
We got Chariot joining us now. Hey.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Hello there.
It's a full house. Excellent. We're just watching some debate highlights from really one of our low points.
Amazing.
This guy just wasted us.
I
do
love
had
a lot of groundwork being laid here,
Yeah.
Have we ever had 7 people on?
I don't think so.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you guys are used to taking money, you shills. You fell for my trap. I laid it out perfectly.
Sure you did, PP. Are we going to debate or what?
Yes, of course. Now, I have a very simple question to ask you guys.
Sure you do.
What's wrong with being white? Would you be laughing if I asked what was wrong with being black?
Who said there was anything wrong with either?
You guys did.
When?
Well, when...
PP, we are white.
You sure as hell don't act like it.
And how should white people act?
Oh, like this.
Get out of here!
You see, like that.
Whoa, dude, are you saying that all white people are racist?
Hey, I watch Eric July.
So?
He says all the things that I can't.
Why not?
Because then I'd be called a racist.
By who?
The people whose lives don't matter.
Whoa, what exactly do you mean by that?
If you were a proper white man, you would know.
Guess I'm not a proper white man.
Ha! I got you again.
You know, like that kind of skill, rhetorical skill is fucking, I don't even know what you're supposed to do with that.
Truly a wordsmith of the ages.
True.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know,
this is like getting Nom flashbacks at this point. I'm not dealing with this well.
So yeah, and then I think Bob is still shutting up because he paid you to do it. So Bob's not saying anything.
Paid for your silence.
He says you paid him $50 to shut up, and he's going to need double to keep talking.
That's bad faith.
That's capitalism. We can keep talking, PP. I'm really triggered by your just.
Shut up, Dane. Oh, shit. $100 to...
Yeah, you get it. It was really,
Dan, I can't believe you revealed your real last name on that PP doxed you like that.
I know.
Ugh. Amateur mistake to get doxed like that. So
most people don't realize that the AF comes from because I'm a fuck. You know?
That's from a long tradition of fucks.
I mean,
hey, you did give a fuck, which is very important.
Anyway, so what were the other nominees there, sir?
Next up we have Jim the Casual Moment, which I don't think we should show.
You don't think we should?
Think we all know it.
Does everybody know it? I don't know if everybody
knows it.
But I mean, I can do the short thing that I did, the no inward November short I did.
If you have if you've got a censored version of that, I guess you can do that. But
I'm always winning that one. I always win no N-bomb November every time.
I mean, I think a lot of people have no problem with it, but this guy really seemed to struggle.
Unfortunately, I know someone who lost that competition.
Oh no!
Damn. Yeah. Certain critic I get into arguments with.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
I don't think it's that hard to get a lot of people to say it these days.
Certain Steven Universe loving critic I get into arguments a lot.
A certain fan of orchards.
Yeah, loves those orchards. That one. She somehow lost that competition. Didn't know it was possible for her, but she lost it. Sorry,
I have not seen that. That's incredible. Is that on your channel, by the way?
No, it's on Tumblr. She did it like in a reference saying this person says this, and then just wrote out the whole word.
Just no asterisk, no nothing. Just
I don't think she used an asterisk. I mean, she maybe used an asterisk over the I, but that's like the one part that's like the least. Nothing else. Just that combination of words, and I don't know how you fumbled the ball that bad. I'm sorry, it's not relevant to anything we're talking about. I thought it just was a great moment to mention that.
It was perfectly
incredible.
Perfect.
Truly incredible things.
Trying to see if we can get a good. Well, not that one.
No. I like how we have a Bob, a Alpha Bob, and an Omega Bob here. We've got a Bob at the beginning.
Yeah, we have a new guest.
Oh, hey, Bob.
I am a
turbo.
I am a turbo Bob. Thank you very much.
A turbo Bob.
Somebody has like a
turbo Bobs because there are no other Bobs.
Somebody's got a little bit of screeching background noise going on. I don't know if anybody can identify that or not.
Okay, no shit. Hold on, that's me, dude. Hold on.
It's all good.
You know what? I don't know how to get that to go away, to be honest. So I'm probably just gonna have to take off here, guys. But
no, I mean, you know, I mean, if you could maybe, I don't know, like maybe
Do you have an
yourself
easy
when
way
you're
to
not
just mute your
talking.
microphone when you're not talking?
yeah, you know what? I could totally do that. Let's do that
Yeah.
for sure.
Rather
The
that than you have
StreamYard also has a like little features like background noise cancellation and stuff that you can mess around with.
Well,
I have
in the
that
meantime,
on.
Actually, while you're doing
here
that,
is,
I'll be right back.
here's this.
Oh, perfect. Right back.
Okay, what's more racist, calling somebody a nick or doing a lynching?
I'm out.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So that, by the way, if anybody's not aware, that was right at the start of this whole initiative project where Bob had a debate scheduled, and I was scheduled to be on Bob's stream, I think, before his debate, but then suddenly, right before that stream,
just had to come back with this.
Gotta upgrade.
He found out that his debate opponent was going to have a partner with him, so he asked me to join. I said sure. And yeah, I mean, it was mostly it's kind of a stupid debate. The guys didn't really know what they were arguing and didn't really have any arguments on it. And but you know, the whole point was that they were trying to prove that the Critical Drinker, I think, and Rags from EFAP are not racist with their content, right? That was their whole position.
Oh God!
And I guess after a couple hours of going back and forth, the way that Jim the Casual, who turned out to have been shit-faced drunk, decided to prove that was to drop that you just heard. So
I mean, how else would you do that, Dane?
I mean,
what other way is there?
I guess in some ways it's like, have you heard Rags say beep? Oh, okay. So your defense of him is that you're the bigger racist. I see the strategy here.
Taking on the martyr.
No.
I may be racist.
Be wise to go.
No,
I've never
all of the best white anti-racists use the N-word because we've all gotten an N-word card from our black allies.
Oh.
So using the N-word is proof, the highest proof that we are not racist.
I must have changed my address when that card.
Damn.
Yeah, I think mine got lost in
Well,
the
then
mail.
you're just not anti-racist enough, and you haven't gotten it yet.
A failure on my part, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I know that I do have somewhere. I have a clip of a couple of guys showing off their in cards, but you know, I'll look for that maybe a little bit later.
That'll be one of the bonus awards.
I guess so. Who else is in that category?
Our final nomination is Eric July versus Organized Chaos Aftermath. Which I think we have a good edit.
We do have a pretty solid thing for that.
Well, he acted so normal after that. You know, he went on for a couple hours. He didn't tell any lies about me, and he acted just so normal.
Yeah, this is actually a win for Eric July.
Yeah.
And my computer's pulling stuff up so slowly right now. So give me a minute. But
So
Bob,
good.
you want to set it up with I don't know, what was the debate about?
Oh, well, I mean, the debate was magical. So Eric July, as you may know, is a comic book expert. You know so much about comic books. I mean, he has little gaps in knowledge, like Amazing Fantasy 15, which he obviously didn't know. But you know, other than that, he's a comic book expert. He knows about Spider-Man's origin. He's just he's a brain to deal with. And after my debate with him, you know, he went on a 2-hour tirade.
For I think a few good reasons, and this is one of them. I think this was whenever you were trying to figure out, because you had read and reviewed Isom #1, and you're trying to ask him what is the character's motivation.
I was asking to just give me a character motivation for Isom. Why does he go? So why does he look for Jasmine?
Because his sister asked him to do it.
All right. So why does he say yes?
Whoops. Sorry.
Because he cares about his family, specifically considering that this is a family friend. And he knows that his mother would chew his ass out in the event that's all explained in the text.
So he's literally just looking for this girl because his mom would chew him out if he didn't?
Yes.
That's fair, actually. That honestly, though, Honestly, though,
I mean, it on TV tropes lists that as desperate need of direction or something like that as the reason for that type of. That's, I mean, it is a listed motivation on TV tropes. So,
Which we all know Eric July consults before he writes any piece of fiction.
Well,
I mean,
people's
the
parents
funny
are
thing is,
scared,
by the
you
end
know?
of that first issue, by the end of the first issue, he doesn't care about Jasmine at all anymore. He straight up says, "I don't even care about finding her anymore." Like, you know, I think he does find her briefly, and then just kind of like whatever. And then he's mad because this guy that he ran into disrespected him, and that's his motivation now. So, real mercurial motivations going on there.
And I want to stress an issue too. She is mentioned once, and that is it.
Yeah.
And then he goes to fight demons in this fucking cave area. It's like, what the fuck am I
Yeah, he goes
reading?
with the blood-bending half vampire lady to go fight demons in hell. In
I
issue
was
2.
about to say, like, write what you know, but I'm not sure he knows much about fighting demons in caves. Maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe that's his side hustle. Is just, you know.
I'm willing to bet that he's fighting some demons. I'm willing to bet Eric July's got some demons he wrestles with on a regular basis.
I mean, if you know, wouldn't it be like failing music careers? Wouldn't that be what he has to fight?
Oof, boom.
He's secretly to fight like the sense of guilt and shame more than anything.
He's secretly a dungeon
I don't think he
master
has to
for a
worry about
group of
that.
middle
I don't think
schoolers,
he
and he
feels
bases
much
all
of
of
that.
his comic scripts on his D&D games for 12-year-olds.
In fairness, though, being a dungeon master for D&D really helps you get better as a writer. I will say that in the defense of D&D.
Oh, I agree. He's just doing it for illiterate 12-year-olds and then taking notes on what they did. And
I
basing his
can't write
stories on that.
dialogue, so I just have my players do that for me, and then don't write anything because all right, I already had my thought. We're moved on.
I don't know if anybody else can pull that up because I'm going to have to actually probably leave the stream and reboot my computer because my shit is not pulling up right now, and that's kind of a problem. So
it's okay. I'll take over the stream.
What are you looking for?
looking for just, I guess, his post-stream civilized discussion that he did.
I slow down that,
like with the Rocky music.
I have I don't have like the edit you have, but I have like a little compilation that I did a while ago.
Let me see if I might be able to find it. Well, actually, in the meantime, here's another one. I can pull this one up, and maybe I can find the other one in the meantime. So, this is another moment that, you know.
Why is he doing what he's doing?
As far as what? Give me a specific
anything. Give me pick your own example and give it to me.
I'm not giving you anything.
Give me an example.
I'll tell you what.
I'll give you an example. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
Let's talk about. Go back to ISOM. What about it? Are you asking? What specific?
Wait. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right?
What specific action are you asking? Pretending? No. I'm gonna get stuck on this one. You've read Amazing Fantasy number 15, right? Are you what? Let's talk about ISOM. You just asked me a question. Let's quit moving the goalposts. What specifically about the?
There are plenty of people that don't know who Spider-Man is. Dipshit.
Suffering Steve Ditko.
My favorite part about that.
How can you not know?
Sorry. My favorite part about that moment is where Eric levels the defense that plenty of people don't know who Spider-Man is.
That's the hardest part of the whole story,
Which is not even really an issue at all. That's not even what was being mentioned.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, you know. By the way,
he admitted by doing that he didn't know, and
he doesn't say like, "Of course I know Spider-Man's origin." You know, it's like many people don't know, and that's fine.
I'm not the only guy who pretends to be a comic book expert on YouTube and doesn't know what one of the most famous comic books there is. You know, I'm not the only one.
I have a reprint of it right behind me right now, actually, just on my shelf. Just oh my god!
But here's a little bit of news, by the way, from Ed Pop Counterculture on stream here. Edited this together, and it's fucking phenomenal.
February 5th, 2023. Eric July debated organized chaos for 3.5 hours.
What do you mean new legacy character? Are you talking about knockoff versions? Is that what you're referring to?
While Bob went on with his life, Eric stayed on air for another 2 hours to declare himself the winner. This is what winning looks like.
I'm not gonna use aggression on you, but all I'm saying is people done got knocked the fuck out for a lot less. Don't let me go to a con and his motherfucking ass is there. You've left your parents or your children with a single mom. You left your children with a single fucking mom, divorced, fat, and out of shape, right? And white, right? And white, right? Right and white, right? Got this jackass in the chat. Here's this. Eric is so immature. This is how I think he says. Eric is so immature and insecure, resorting to fat jokes, making fun of his family situation, and threatening physical violence. You're an inch shorter than me, and I got more on you, but I'm built. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no fucking, like, you see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually built. I'm built for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking, like, this is a solid 215. You see what I'm saying? Right? Solid. Look at this. This is a solid 215. Right? I'm built like a goddamn brick.
So just real quick, he's not physically threatening me. He's just talking about how he's built to talk about comic books on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, I will never feel embarrassed about myself ever on the internet ever again.
After watching that.
I'm just like, oh, child, no, please.
Why did you do this, man? And look, I mean, you know, we're not like we don't like to overblow our effect on any of this content or anything, but it's impossible not to see a direct through line from that debate to just kind of where he's at now, where like it's not good. You know, he's kind of a lol cow, not just, you know, we kind of got the ball rolling, and from there the ball rolled into kind of chud space, and now like most of the chuds are also think he's fucking embarrassing and a grifter, and it's kind of magical, you know. And
sharks taste blood in the water.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened, I think, to be honest.
I love it when our favorite people fight. I love it.
So who was the winner of that?
The winner, surprisingly, but not surprisingly, is Eric July versus Organized Chaos Aftermath.
Okay.
Well, 72% of the votes.
There you go.
We extended an invite to Eric to accept the award. We haven't heard back. But you know.
I can't imagine why.
So, do we have a visual for what the Chuddy Award looks like? I'm sure Eric would like to see what he won.
Yeah, I'll bring that up in a second. But for right now, actually, we do have someone who was willing to accept it on his behalf. So, you know, thanks, man.
Eric July, I would like to announce that I will be accepting tonight's awards on behalf of the Fandom Menace as young PP Little. To clarify, this is in no way related to his totally unavoidable lawsuit. I'd also like to add that my speaking fees have been lowered from $35 to $5, also for reasons unrelated to Eric July's brilliant business decisions.
Okay.
Wow. You know, it really says something that he kicked you guys' ass so bad, and then also has the kindness to do this for you guys. You know.
Yeah.
He has a big heart.
Look, he calls himself PP Little, but he's big in other areas.
Yeah. You know, for anybody that's not familiar with the references made there, so like Eric July's comic books were originally $35 when they were being sold. You know, on 35 plus, depending on if you got a variant cover or signed or chromium bullshit or, slabbed or whatnot. Upwards of like each one could be, I think there was some that were like $120 if they were signed and slabbed and whatnot. Now I guess a year, 2 years later after he started selling these comics, they're on sale for like $5 a piece sometimes. Bob got 4 different issues for a total of $23 on eBay in a bidding war with 2 other people. And you're a comic book guy, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Actually,
like, funny is Eric July is in my upcoming video this week actually. Ooh, so I did take photos of his comic book prices on the video because it's so on his site. He's selling something for $125 for the first issue.
I feel like I should warn you right now.
Value, right? And like if it's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If the comic is valuable, it holds that value, right? Like you're not going to sell that for a far lower price if it is a valuable comic, right?
100%. And the other factor too is that the more you force an issue to be valuable, oftentimes the less valuable it is. One of the top selling comics of all time is X-Men #1 from the 90s, the Jim Lee cover and all that. Had like the oh, there we go, exactly. Everyone has a copy of it, so it's worth like 10 cents. You can buy it for 10 cents now because there's millions of them floating around, like the super special edition holographic covers, and buy for 5 pennies at a fucking Comic-Con. It's not even a big deal. Because the thing is, the more you force it, the cheaper it becomes.
Right.
It's interesting. So it's a totally decent book too, but it is not like it does not deserve the rank of best book of like all time or anything like that. It's just a decent book.
I mean, it deserves credit for what it did at that moment. Like they put out a hell of a campaign to get people to buy into this new X-Men title. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, I'm sure all of us are of a similar age that got that book, right? Like, and that set the cartoon into motion and everything that came after it. It starts with that comic, but. Yeah.
Well, the thing also is it's interesting is that because, well, not even that comic, that would be the Chris Claremont comic, which is worth a lot. The crazy thing is that X-Men #1 happened during the big speculative boom, right? Where they kept saying this comic will be valuable. This comic will appreciate in value from years from now. And because everyone bought into that, it became valueless. So you'd think that emulating that same strategy would result in similar results, which in fact it did. By saying my Isom comic #1 is going to be the most valuable thing in the world, and it's priced at this high, price point, it's going to depreciate in value because you're following the same metrics that the other ones followed, and they screwed themselves up in that one. Not sure I phrased that correctly, but you get the gist.
I think I understand. So what you're saying is the 5 people who buy the next Eric July comic, they're really going to have a unique collector's item.
Talking about. You see my logic there.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is for real. The numbers from the Rippaverse website, how things have gone with each release. Graphic added by me, but it kind of tells a story that and then as the extra text here says, this Yaira #1, they did all this kind of shady shit to get it to the numbers that it's at. And you can tell that it's kind of janky because it's got fewer purchasers than the previous one, yet it made more money, which is kind of interesting. So, it's just...
I don't know if he does this for all. He definitely did this for Yaira, where he shuts down his whole online store, then funnels all of his purchases through that campaign. So every purchase done on the store essentially goes into that campaign and can be counted to that campaign. Shady shit.
But we will win, guys. We will win. Okay. So that's their motto. That's what winning looks
you guys
like.
Want me to talk about my warehouse for about an hour now?
Yeah, I'm about to say, is he bragging about his warehouse these days? I'm pretty sure it's
the stock photo.
Yeah,
we'll save that for
the Amazon
we'll save that for the best warehouse award later on in the show.
It's
that Shutterstock use.
We actually have
340 awards
to give away tonight, so we got to keep rolling.